Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you to those of you joining us from around the world for news from a Catholic perspective.
Oh, well, good to know there won't be any unfair bias in this reporting, huh? Let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. So, Mike Pence, Vice President of the United States of America. Do I really need to say more?
He responds to criticism of the Second Lady's new job at a Christian school. Mr. Vice President, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lauren. Good to see you again.
The liberal news media, the Washington Post and other outlets like CNN, have made an issue of the fact that your wife is going back to work, and she's going back to work at a Christian school, Emmanuel Christian, that requires employees to affirm traditional religious values. It has sparked negative reaction.
This school expects employees to initial a form on their employment application which states that they will, quote, live a life of moral purity. Now, what does that mean exactly? This school considers moral misconduct to include, quote, heterosexual activity outside of marriage, e.g. premarital sex, cohabitation, extramarital sex, homosexual or lesbian sexual activity, polygamy, transgender identity, and any other violation of the unique roles of male and female, sexual harassment, use or viewing of pornographic material or websites, and sexual abuse or improprieties towards minors as defined by scripture and federal or state law. There is also a parental agreement on the school's website, linked below, that says they reserve the right to expel or deny admission to a child if, quote, the atmosphere or conduct within a particular home, the activities of a parent or guardian, or the activities of the student are counter to or are in opposition to the biblical lifestyle the school teaches. Funny how they don't mention this part anywhere in the interview, acting as though it's just Christianity and not this obvious civil rights issue that's the focus of the criticism.
Well, Lauren, my wife and I have been in the public eye for quite a while. We're used to the criticism, but I have to tell you, to see major news organizations attacking Christian education is deeply offensive to us. I mean, we have a rich tradition in America of Christian education and, frankly, religious education broadly defined. We celebrate it. The freedom of religion is enshrined in the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution prohibits a religious test for holding public office. And so we'll let the critics roll off our back, but this criticism of Christian education in America should stop.
Funny thing, I haven't heard any criticism of a Christian school that didn't promote bigotry and prejudice against queer folk. The only time I've ever heard of so-called Christian education being criticized is when the attempt has been made to insert it into public secular school. The issue here is homophobia, is civil rights, not Christianity. Your school is in the crosshairs because it's being obnoxious. That the reason is your religion is incidental. But Pence knows that. Of course he knows that. He might be an idiot, but he's not stupid, if that makes any sense. He knows that if a secular school or a non-Christian school is advocating bigotry, they'd come under fire too. He knows he's lying, just as he knows he and his wife are not immune from criticism just because they can scream religion. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think. Polygamy, transgender identity, and any other... He knows he's lying, just as he knows He knows he's lying, just as he... Fuck.
Even YouTubers need Ferraris. Please donate on Patreon.
Well, whoever that is, she's gotta get by us. Go get her, Sandra! Schmoozer the Schmoozerian. Good evening. As a duly designated representative of the YouTube channel BionicDance, I order you to cease any and all trolling activity and return forthwith to your website of origin or to the nearest convenient internet site.
That ought to do it. Thanks very much, Sandra.
Do you believe in God?
No?
Then subscribe!
Sandra, when someone asks you if you believe in God, you say, wait, actually you got that right. Never mind.